This is a very beautiful piece, Fantasia number 1. And what is very interesting from this piece is that the subject and the imitation, the principles of imitations are based on solmization. So here we are in when the nature of the chant is be, fa, bemollis, which means that we'll apply the rules, the mutations rules that then you can learn in the course called G, A, D. Or better, G ascending will make mutation on G ascending, A descending, and D ascending and descending. When we ascend, we say re always, and when we descend we say la. This is the principle, the basic rule. All the other things are around the main rule. So re, fa, fa, sol, la, re. Here we are in the soft hexachord, and so that's why we sing re, fa, and this fa shifts to the natural hexachord, fa, sol, la, re, re, fa, sol, la, re, and this is the soggetto. Un soggetto means only one soggetto, uno, un. Sol, la, re, mi, fa, sol, mi, fa. And now the soprano. Re, fa, sol, la, re, mi, fa, sol, re, mi, fa. And so the other one is in the natural hexachord. Re, fa, sol, la, re. And as you can see, when we have fa, sol, la, we switch to the other hexachord. So here we start with the soft hexachord, and then we pass to the hexachordum mollis. Naturalis, natural hexachord. The answer starts in the natural hexachord and continues in the fa, sol, la in the soft hexachord. Sol, la, re. Then we have the other voice, the tenor. Re, fa, sol, la, re. Okay, and then we have the last voice, the bass. Now, what interval is this?
3.
A third. Is an ascending third, minor third, in the soft hexachord, re, fa. What interval is this? A third. Another minor third in the other hexachord. Now, D, F. What interval is this? Another third. Now, let's see the bass. Here we have the bass. What interval is D, B flat?
D to that's 6.
That's a minor sixth. But how's possible to have this imitation? Because this is re in the natural hexachord, and this is fa in the soft hexachord. So it's still re, fa, but re, fa, sol, la, re.
Wait. Why is the second fa? That's like right before B and C, so wouldn't that be mi?
Absolutely not, because we have B flat in the key. Wait.
Oh, forgot about that. Right.
Yeah, but for this reason, the imitation is correctly a sixth, because it's still re, fa, but switched between the two hexachords. I mean, they are not both with color. It's much easier to understand. They are not the same hexachord. I mean, or green or red or red, but they are red and green. So if you don't know solmization, this is something you cannot explain in other words. But thanks to the so-called redicta, so the technique of re-saying something but in a different way, we can use this technique with solmization even in a fugue here. And it's still re, fa, but using different hexachords. And there are a lot of other elements, and in music, a lot of other examples where solmization is implied in a so important way.
Interesting. So when he wrote, well, Fantasia is just improvisation, right? But if you
No, 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 no. Don't confuse the term fantasia. First of all, it's not fantasia, please. But it's fantasia with the concept of fantasia, suonare fantasia. These fantasie are more in terms of free ricercare, okay? Free composition, but not necessarily in terms of something necessarily improvised. Here we have a lot of counterpoint.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, like, is this the ancient style?
Yes. This is organ ancient style, and I mean not so ancient because then we have a lot of fast notes, but yes, it's an organ ancient style. If I ask you what is the modus, the tonus of this composition, what would you say?
Well, tonus, modus. It's not key signature, is it? It's not.
That's a very interesting matter. What's the tone?
Yeah, but I have no idea. I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. So this can be or primus or secundus tonus, or first or secundus, because we finish on G sol re ut. So finalis is G sol re ut. Then in the Renaissance path, you'll even have an entire course after solmization based on the tonic to recognize how tones and modes work in this period. But the basic is solmization to understand modes and tones. So that's why it's even important for Renaissance or early baroque music like this. Now, we have something which is descending, because this subject is descending. The descending movement, especially la re, which is the first pieces of the diapente, la sol fa mi re, is an indicator of a modus which is plagalis, even because the subject does not reach the higher de la sol re. But the fact that we start with re fa recalls the intonatio of the secundus tonus. Dixit Dominus Domino meo sedes ad dextris meis. So this taste is plagalis, secundus tonus plagalis, the taste. Now, if we have also to consider that this is a keyboard piece, so we do not have the restriction of a vocal piece. Now, let's analyze, for example, the tenor, how's the movement of the tenor and the bass, because the bass does not go so down and so the bass arrives up to G here, and so it finishes with the cadence. Now, besides the deceptive movement, this is descending. So this is something which cannot happen in the primus, so we have this in the tenor. This should be the bass, okay, and transposed of the primus tonus, and the bass of the primus tonus transposed up this way. But if this is the tenor, this is the bass of the secundus tonus, this is the bass of the secundus tonus. For all these reasons, I would say that this is a secundus tonus. Fantasia in the secundus tonus plagalis. Tonus plagalis. Then I said a lot of things, but they are strictly connected to solmization, so go one thing at a time.
Yeah.
But solmization helped me to understand this, first of all, because of the subject. It's not a subject which sounds authenticus, because it does not reach de la sol re, it moves to Bfa, Bmi, so Fa, and then it goes down with a descending diapente, and descending movements are an indicator of the tonus plagalis. Remember, the descending interval la re evokes the plagal taste, while descending the authentic taste. On the other hand, the disposition of the voices, especially the one of the tenor, which is low, I mean, it goes down up to G. It means that it has an authenticus range, and if the bass is authenticus, so we have the four voices now, cantus, altus, tenor, bassus. If the bass is authenticus, And so the altus is an octave higher authenticus, the tenor should be plagalis, and the cantus plagalis. I mean, in the ambitus. So the tenor and the cantus are the most important voices, and the tenor is the most important one. Unifying the tenor with the with these other elements, so the subject. So merging the, so if we consider the four voices, if we consider the tenor which stays in the ambitus plagalis and the bass which goes very down for this reason, then we can have even a voice which goes out of the range, and that's normal because we are on a keyboard instrumental composition. But let's see if we have another indication. Another indicator on the plagalis tonus can be, for example, not a cadence to D, but more cadences to G or B at the beginning. Let's play the first page. Let's see where we have cadences. La, re, mi, fa, fom, pam, pam, pa. Re, fa, sol, la, re, mi, fa, sol, re, mi, fa. Then okay, this is it's true that we have a cadence to D, but it's to the lower D, not to the higher D. This is the D of the authenticus because it's the higher D. And the first interesting passage we had, for example, this one, it's very interesting because it stays there. But then let's see one thing, because if this should be the alto moving from here to here, but then yes, we do not have strong cadences to D, as you can see. So for all these reasons, so we do not have a cadence which can be, I mean, clearly to D, to the higher D in at the beginning or in the first page. We have more movement to B, re, do, re, mi, fa, do, fa, mi, re, and fa, mi, like here, fa, mi, fa, if you notice, fa, mi, mi, an octave down, mi, fa. So for all these reasons, I would say that this is the secundus tonus plagalis. I confirm this. Otherwise, we needed a stronger cadence at the beginning. Yeah. For this reason, let's see if we can find another piece, for example, written in something that we can say it's primus tonus. No. Re, mi, so, to, mi, no. 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 This is the ninth mode, or this is the tertius tonus or ninth mode. No, this seems to be duodecimus tonus. Fantasia duodecim. It's even true that we have 12 fantasias. So 11th fantasias. Okay. But this finishes on G. On G. Finishes on G. So I would say F. 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 Then this is transposed. And this is mi, la, sol, fa, mi, re, mi. And so the other one should be, and this is not transposed. And so do you mean third tonus? Mi, la, re, mi, fa, sol, la. Third tonus. And so this should, because they seem organized according to the tones. Let's see this. Yes. No, I have to correct myself.
Oh.
Because I tell you, this is the secondus tonus, not only because they are organized this way, but for another reason, that this is very acute. It goes to F, it goes to very high note, F, F, then F, and this is something, so it's more primus, first modus. Probably, yeah, I mean, it's not so intuitive, It's not so intuitive. Probably this ascending melody, re, mi, fa, fa, pa, pam, 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 la, fa, la, sol, fa, it's not so intuitive because of even the beginning, the subject of the beginning. But yes, even because if you check how Frescobaldi moves the secondus tonus, it does not move so higher. The highest note I can see is D, and that's normal. I mean, because the secondus tonus is very low and transposed to this range, it's totally good for the voices. Yes, what we can check probably, you know what is it, the other source. So Fantasia, if we can find the original score of the Fantasia, we can better see the original clefs. Let's see the partitura, because they are probably written exactly. Yes, definitively, because they are written in separate voices. I haven't seen this, so it wasn't clear for me what's the ambitus of the voices. But do you see that we have the baritone clef, the tenor clef, alto clef, and canto clef? So only for this reason we have the primus tonus, because it's transposed, and so it's very higher. It's very high. I didn't check these, even because, since this is a piece for the keyboard, the primus tonus can go very low because it's not for singers. So that's why we have a very wide range. I mean, 1, 2, 3 octaves, which is not wouldn't be possible for the voices because or they are too high or too low. Some composer did this like Orlando De Lasso, but you can even use instruments with voices. That's why we have big extension. As you can see, some voices are bigger than an octave. This is a 12th. The bass is a 12th. So we have toni comuni, Zarlino called them, but because of the combination clef, this is the primus tonus. Yes. It's what is weird actually is that we do not have strong cadences to de la sol re here, the high de la sol re, which are very idiomatic of the primus tonus, but you know that's a compositional choice.
Oh.
Yes, so the final how do you say when the chord law says the final things in English? We say sentenza in Italiano in Italian.
Oh, okay.
How do you say in English?
It's I rest my case.
No, but I see. How do you say sentenza? The
Sentence, opinion.
No. The sentenza. So when the court law says the final word about if they have to condemn the.
Oh, it's sentencing. It's the same.
Sentencing, exactly. So the final sentencing is primus tonus authenticus. Even if what I find a little strange is that we don't have a clear cadence to the acute de sol re. We have a cadence to de sol re, but it's in the alto and it is in the lower de sol re. So here, I mean, in the lower de sol re, not in the de sol re of the diapente, but of the one of the diatessaron. And the subject fa, re fa evokes more the primus tonus. But we are in polyphony, so we have big voices, so not just an octave, but even a 12th. So this can be regular. The clef combination, so the chiavi acute, chiavette, acute clef, are the definitive proof to be the primus tonus. Sometimes it takes very little to improve, just a little, but every day. You look at a sheet of music and it seems like a random collection of notes, and now you can't connect them. But if you know how to reveal the meaning and the connection between the notes, you can discover magical and wonderful paths hidden among the melodies and harmonies. You sit at the keyboard, but you don't know where to start composing or improvising a piece. But if you know the right techniques, even just with a few compositional elements, you can create something wonderful. You study a piece, you can play it technically well, but don't understand what's happening harmony and counterpoint wise. But if you change the perspective with which you read and play those notes, you can literally change the way you see them. That's actually a kind of magic. Every month, every week and every day you can have something special and valuable like this. Video analysis, a lot of PDFs analysis and handouts of pieces to truly understand what's happening in each passage in each piece. Improvisation elements like this of the other day of how to improvise a fugue. Practical exercises to learn how to compose music and how to become better at improvising. Fugues, chorale, freeforms and more. Composition and improvisation pills to discover how the great composers crafted certain passages and learn to imitate them correctly. All of this on Patreon. So much content to explore, so much to learn, and many preview projects to discover. Go to this link, choose the best level for you, and start your adventure.